pink wards, you used to be able to put 2 down, but now you can't put 2 down. You can only put 1.
Yeah.
That sucks. But
Yeah, they're a lot stronger now though. What are you at right now though? Are you at 730?
what do they do?
Huh?
I was at 726. I am
Oh.
now. I am now.
Oh yeah.
All right, we can play it. Um. Uh-huh. Where should I? When should I go to a ward?
What do you? Oh, when should
Like,
you go to ward? Like,
yeah.
just ward whenever. A lot of your activities that aren't lane related, like if you want to roam or if you want to ward or anything like that, like go for an objective or anything like that, you usually want to push your lane out first, just so they don't have vision of what you're doing and you're not losing CS like while you're roaming, while you're doing whatever.
So just push the wave.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's with whatever you want to do that's outside of the lane. So if you wanna roam, if you wanna get dragon, anything like that, you just want to push into tower first. That way you're not losing CS while you're away.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they do that, when they freeze, a lot of people won't do that. In Urilo, I'm kind of surprised he did that. But if someone does that and freezes the minions right outside a tower, just go up and start autoing him. And if he doesn't move, then he takes free harass. And if he does move, then the minions will go into the tower and he'll lose CS.
Mhm.
So.
Right here, the Scion said to let the wave push. So you see, I can. I'm just like last hitting at whenever I can.
Mhm.
Right there, I shouldn't have gotten hooked, but um.
Yeah. So what you want to do here is just freeze the lane. And the reason being is because you have a massive lead right now. Lucian's like really low on HP. Ooh, that was a nice W. So the thing is, if Lucian goes for CS while you're freezing, you punish him for it. You auto him. And if he continues going for CS, then eventually you're going to kill him. If he doesn't go for CS, then obviously he's going to lose gold. So when you're really far ahead, it's really good to freeze. And it's the same with when you're behind as well. When you're behind, freezing's nice because you force the opponent to overextend.
Yeah.
And if you freeze right outside your tower, you usually get the free farm.
Okay.
So.
I got you. So if he's low, pause it. If he's low, could you repeat that? If he's low, you shit. Oh, if he freezes the wave.
Oh, okay. So if someone freezes the wave, I don't know how to. I guess just push into them until they go back under tower, or start dealing damage to them until they back off.
So
and that way your minions push into tower, and you deny them CS. And then, like I said, freezing is good, extremely good when you're ahead, because you force the enemy laner to overextend for CS. And during that time, you can harass them whenever they go for CS. And if they don't get the CS, then they lose gold. And if they do get the CS, then they take a lot of free damage. And eventually they'll die.
If they stand there once, hang on, then give them free harass. If they keep doing it, keep harassing them. Shit, I spelled that wrong. And you will probs get a kill. Okay. That's the thing about, like, not about the freezing stuff. Me, when I'm trying to trade, how should you trade? Like, do you have to know the matchup well, or?
Knowing the matchup helps, but just know, like, I mean, as long as you know the enemy champion, you're pretty much good. Like, um, a big thing for trading, first of all, don't feel like you're obligated to take trades, because you aren't. Like, you don't have to take trade, or you don't have to force fights, and you don't have to get kills in lane to carry. You can do that by other means. You can do that in decision making later on. And with Jhin specifically, you're really not forced to do this stuff because you scale later on, so you really don't have to worry about that. But the thing is, if they do make a mistake, then you want to punish them for that. And usually those kind of mistakes are cooldowns. Um, Oh, and that's one that's really big is cooldowns. If they use a key ability to maybe go for CS, or if they use a key ability on you and they miss it, and even if they use it on you, you know for a fact that they don't have that cooldown for however long it is, and during that time you can harass them. So like Thresh, for example, if Thresh uses his Q and he misses, now you can play really aggressive because you know they have no way of punishing you for it. Yeah. Lucian can E in, but obviously he's going to take a lot, or he's risking not being able to escape, and that's it. So whenever Thresh uses his Q, you can punish him for that. You can go up and harass him like whenever you want for 7 or 8 seconds or so.
Yeah.
And with Lucian, it's like his E and his Q. If he uses his Q to farm, then harass him for that, because you know his Q won't be up for another trade. And if he uses his E, and you're stronger than him, then go in, because he has no escape now. So cooldowns are really big, and it's not just abilities either. It's the summoner spells as well. Summoner spells are really important. If you know you're stronger than him, then and he doesn't have flash, then you can use your flash to engage and then kill him that way. Or if he doesn't have heal and you have heal, then take advantage of that. And vice versa. If you know he has heal, then you shouldn't be forcing fights, because you shouldn't be overextending or forcing fights or anything like that, because he's gonna win fights. So, in summary, respect your opponent's cooldowns, but also take advantage of them.
Okay. People always say that people autopilot, you know?
Yep.
They think that like people that autopilot is just in laning, is just farming, and that's it. And you have to trade and stuff. That's not true, is it? Like, you don't have to trade all the time.
No, the only people that you should be forcing trades on early are people that have, or like that are strong early, like Ezreal or Lucian. People like that, like it's good to force fights early just because you're stronger than a lot of other people early. But other than that, like I said, there's no reason for you at all to be forcing fights, because the best thing for you, especially on Zen, or sorry, on Jhin, is to just farm up and then have a big impact late game. You don't have to like hard carry.
Yeah. Because I remember.
Or early anyway, sorry.
The last lesson you did with me, you said, it's better for you to stay alive and do a crap ton of damage than just get a kill and die.
Yeah, and team fights, like trading 1-for-1's usually not good, because like I said, it's better that you do a lot of damage over time and maybe play passive than to just die trading 1-for-1 and only do like 1,000 damage compared to like doing 1,900 over the entire fight.
But if it's like a carry for support, then not a carry on their team for your support, then that's worth trade, right? That's a beneficial trade.
Well, the support doesn't do, like, they're not going to be doing a lot of damage over the course of the fight, unless it's on like Karma or something like that. So if
all they do is shield or make plays and just try to keep their team alive. But if it's your carry for their support, then you just have to back out instantly. Because you have one carry and they have 2 carries and the other people.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys trade really bad, then it's better to just back off and wait for your teammate to come back up and then fight once they're back up.
So, when is it good to trade your life? Like, I know in this situation, like in a team fight situation, never good for the ADC to die, like to trade. But what if you like trade for the mid laner or ADC? Is that good or?
Unless they're a lot more fed than you, like if Lucian's like 11-3 and you're 1-5, and you can flash auto him and kill him, but you will die in the process, then that's fine because he has a big impact on fights. But if you're even and you trade, or if you're really like if it's vice versa, if you're really far ahead and he's really far behind, that's not worth it.
So you're saying if you're like even with the ADC or something, but you kill the very fed mid laner or top laner or something, then it's even. It's like worth it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing I'd say other than that is if you can trade, I mean, it kind of depends on who you're killing, but a lot of the times, if you trade 1 for 2, like if you die and take 2 people down with you, usually it's worth it, like a lot of the time. And once again, it kind of depends on who you're killing. Like, if you're killing the tank jungler and the support, then it's probably not worth it. But a majority of the time, if you can bring 2 people down with you, then it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's all I wanted to know.
All right. There. You ready to start it?
Yeah.
What time are you at?
It's 10:11.
Okay, tell me when you get to 10:15.
You can play it.
All right.
Do you play Jhin when you play ADC?
No, I've actually never played Jhin because this was
you just know everything about him.
Yeah, I know a lot about him because he used to be like he still is like a strong. Yeah, he is still like a strong pick, but he used to be S tier.
When he first came out, like he was like ban worthy, like perma ban.
I think at the beginning of the season he had like a really like big play rate and win rate.
Yeah.
So he was really strong then. Right here, if you know, okay, this is good. They probably shouldn't have flash though, but if you know that you're gonna die for a fact, then it's better for you to try and get a kill on one of the easy targets than it is to get to try and escape. Like, if you're gonna die escaping either way, you might as well go for a kill.
Yeah, we didn't know that he TP'd, and he just showed up out of nowhere. I thought Warwick was Veigar. And then I pinged like her lane, and then I said, oh wait, no, my bad. But then I realized he probably TP'd from like top lane, you know, he probably TP'd out of Fog of War.
Yeah.
But because he didn't call it, if you did, it would have been nicer. Because I think I didn't know he had TP, but you know, people just it's solo queue. You can't communicate all that well.
Well, yeah, you can't blame that on your teammates though.
Yeah.
Because if you had wards up, then you could have seen where he TP'd, and you could have like saw it on the map or something like that. Because whenever you have vision, it'll show on the map whenever they TP. That's how in top lane. That's how I match TPs. Like, I can tell someone else is TPing because I can see their TP on the map, and like I instantly just go down and TP as well. But you need to be aware of that as an AD carry too, because you're gonna get ganked a lot. In the bot lane, you get ganked. Like, the jungler focuses on either bot or mid, and usually it's bot. And then of course you have the mid laner who wants to roam bot a lot because that's where it's easiest to get kills. And the top laner, it's the only place for him to go. So sometimes the top laner will TP down. So you have to really be careful in bot lane specifically, just because everyone's looking to get you. Everyone's out to get you. Everyone really wants to gank you because there's 2 people in each lane, so it makes it really easy to set up kills.
Yeah. The classic 5-man gangbang.
Yeah.
Bot lane. 5v2.
Yeah.
It feels bad.
It kind of sucks like when it happens, but you just gotta be prepared for it because that's how bot lane is. Like, it's always a fiesta.
Mhm.
Because it's just the easiest lane and everyone wants to go to it.
Yeah. What do I buy here? Oh, I get RPFC. No, RFC.
Rapid fire cannon.
Yeah. I get that first because the range is like people don't expect it. And it scales really well with my warlords and the crit. It's because Jhin scales with crit, you know, his
Yeah.
AD. So
Yeah, I would go. What do you? Let's see what you have right now. Okay, I would go BF sword first, like 90% of the time, just so you have damage. And from there, I would go static shiv, or if I'm fed, go IE. And then after I have static shiv and IE, then go rapid fire cannon.
yeah. Do you want to
Because
replay
rapid
that
fire
fight?
cannon's strong, but you don't want to like rush it. Yeah, let's go ahead and replay that.
Yeah.
Tell me what time you're at. I'm at 14:34. It's right before the fight starts. I think you get hooked here again.
Yeah, I get hooked, of course.
Tell me when you're at 14:34 and we'll start it.
You can start it.
Alright. Yeah, so you get hooked here. Okay. I think you would have died anyways, but you might as well just trade back.
Yeah.
To help you out, like to help out your teammates, or I don't know.
Sion missed his ulti, so I mean I'm not blaming it on him. I shouldn't have gotten hooked, but it sucked that he missed it.
Yeah.
So when should I get RFC? Like third item or something?
Yeah.
The second?
Third item. Your main focus is Infinity Edge, but it costs a lot of money. So you get BF Sword first since it gives you a lot of damage, and then if you don't have more money to build into Infinity Edge, then you can start working on Static Shiv.
Okay.
And then after you get Static Shiv, then you need to finish your IE. And then after you have both of those, then get Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah.
Because Static Shiv and IE are just like really strong items. You want to have them early.
Yeah.
Like the thing about rushing Rapid Fire is that you're giving you don't have any damage. And here we just overextended when we're behind.
He got that hook past that minion. I was like, wait, I got past the minion?
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate. I'm just playing really bad this game.
Oh, can you pause it real quick?
Yeah.
One sec. I gotta go grab my brother let the dog in, so I'll be right back. I gotta go grab him. Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just watching Ghost's new montage. That's all while I was waiting.
Alright. You at 16-15?
I'm at 16-12. I'll just get to it.
Alright, tell me when you're there.
You want to get to lane, actually?
Yeah. Just tell me at what time you stop.
I die at all. I am at 17-13.
Okay.
It's like I'm at the end of the game. I think that's all the mistakes I made. Okay.
We'll see about that.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff to go over. I already know it. Like, you know that you make a mistake when you do something dumb. Like, you flash forward to get a kill, and you think your auto or something will kill them, but you realize they're like 200 HP, and you're like, I'm so dumb for that.
Yeah. A lot of the mistakes, though, are like, well, some, I don't know, there's a lot of mistakes that aren't mechanical in the elo. Like, a lot of it's just when to get objectives and when to go for kills and when not to go for kills and stuff like that. Like, it's not necessarily, those mistakes happen even in, like, Diamond Challenger, they happen all the time. But, like, it's not really those mistakes that put people in their elo. Because, like I said, Diamond Challenger and Master and Platinum players do it all the time. The big thing is just knowing when to take fights and wave management and stuff like that. It's not necessarily, like, messing up a flash. Because, like, those are small mistakes, and you really don't have to worry about those small mistakes until later on. Usually a lot of what we need to work on is when to go for objectives and when to take fights.
Like, mechanics is all good. Like, it's just like decision making.
Yeah, and you don't really need to worry about mechanics at all, because decision making can get you to diamond, like, no matter what your mechanics are.
It's like, dude, how do you climb? It's easy. Have a keyboard and a mouse and a monitor. There you go. That's all I'm giving you.
Pretty much.
Oh, and a computer that can run it at a decent frame rate, at least. All right, we can. Are you at 17-13?
Yeah.
Okay, you can play it. All right. I realized that this Lucian was going the cheese crit build for him. You know, like the classic 80 carry. Like when it was the old Lucian build, like everyone built crit. With Lucian, I honestly don't agree with crit because I like to at least have 30% CDR or 35%.
You don't really need CDR on Lucian. It's alright, but the thing is that his passive has built-in CDR, and it's really nice. Like, whenever everything's maxed out, like, without any CDR at all, your E cooldown can be like 1 or 2 seconds.
Because if you hit an enemy champion, it doubles to 2 seconds. So every double shot is 4 seconds off. So
yeah. And then you can use 2 abilities, so you can get like 8 seconds.
I just prefer like 40% or 30% at least, because like I like if I have to clear waves or something, then you can keep using your E and stuff.
Well, it's nice, but you just like. Well, if you're going cooldown reduction, you're probably losing MR. So it's probably better to just go MR since you're gonna be trading a lot early. Like you want to be a little tanky. You want to be able to sustain in fights. So and like I said, like cooldowns might help early, but mid to late game, no matter what, like your kit has built-in cooldown, so you don't really need it.
Yeah.
Let's look at this ult.
I was going for Darius.
Okay.
I just decided to go for the Weed Wick.
Alright, this is nice for you guys. You're playing way too far up right now. You have to, like, a really big thing on Jhin is positioning, because he has no mobility. So you have to be playing in the back line. Unless you, like, unless there's nothing you have to worry about, like, you know, all their abilities are down, but... Other than that, yeah, you're just playing way too far up.
Yeah. I was acting like a tank, I guess.
Whereas if you're in this fight right now and you're just doing damage to these guys, you could have easily gotten fed. You could have gotten 3 kills off of that.
Yeah.
So, just remember to play a bit more passive on Jhin because you're lacking a lot of mobility. So if you get caught, you're done pretty much, unless you have flash and heal. And even then, like, you're wasting flash and heal, and you might not even be able to escape.
Okay. Here, can we pause it? I paused it 2017. Yeah. My boot choice. This game, I don't think I should have gone this. I feel like I should. Well, you can see I went Lucidity. Should I have? I should have gone Merc Treads, shouldn't I? They have a Warwick Fear, Suppress, Vagar E Stun, and Thresh Hook E and Slow.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Usually you want to go with Jhin. You don't really need a lot of attack damage, like item wise. Or sorry, attack speed item wise, so you don't really need Berserker Greaves because
of course,
or for boots anyways, because you make up for that in a lot of different ways.
It caps at 0.94, so there's no point in getting it.
Yeah. But you know, with Berserker Greaves out of the way, we usually want to get Merc Treads, Ninja Tabbies, or I'm not sure how good it is, but I've seen people run Swifties a lot, so like. You could maybe use that.
It's recommended because if you get your passive off, it allows like slows to not be like last as long. You still run pretty fast, so that's what I was just wondering. Usually just go either Tabbies, Merc Treads, or Swifties.
Yep. So this was a good item, or Merc Treads would have been a better item choice here.
Yeah. Okay, we can start playing it now. Alright. So, where am I at? Okay, I'm bot lane.
Alright, whenever your team's grouped like this, you need to be with them. Because if they get caught out, or if they start a fight right now, then you're gonna lose the game. So like you want to be there. You need to be in these fights. It's really important. And as an AD carry, like you don't have teleport or anything like that. So there's no way for you to like get into this fight if it's already started. By the time you head mid, if the fight's already started, then it's gonna be done by the time you get mid.
Yeah.
So you really need to make sure you're here for, you know, whenever people try to group. So what do you think's wrong if we fight here? What do you think's bad about this?
We have no idea where Darius is, and it's a 4v5.
Oh yeah, we don't have wards around us, but the other big thing is we just didn't have Lux. That's kind of a key thing. If we're gonna fight late, we need. If it's gonna be a 5v5 fight, we need everyone. We need all 5 of our guys. and Lux wasn't in the fight at the very beginning. You guys are doing really well right now. I don't see.
Am I doing good in my positioning?
Yeah, you're doing a bit better, but you're still playing a little too far up. Just need to be careful about that.
I'm just trying to get some stuns off and some damage off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really important that you pay attention to people's abilities and play around them. Like Vigar, for example, if I know he has his, what is it, his E? Yeah, if I know he has his E up, I won't even get into a position where he can E me. Or like, put myself in a position like that. Whereas if I know his E's down, now I can play really aggressive because I know that, you know, he doesn't have that. And same with Thresh, like I said earlier, same with Thresh. If you see that Thresh uses a Q in a fight, and Vigar uses his E, now there's no one stopping you from pushing up. Besides maybe like Warwick's ult or something like that. So you can play aggressive when you know those abilities are down, but other than that, like if they're up or you don't know if they're up or not, then you need to just play passive. Or play back, I guess. But you guys do really good in team fights, so you should just be telling your team to group here, because we saw how strong we were in the last team fight. We just completely destroyed them, and at the very beginning of the fight, it was a 4v5. So we know for a fact we win team fights, so why not keep forcing them? If we're able to, we might as well keep forcing them. So if this were me right now, I would be spam pinging mid. And you also gotta make sure you don't get hit by that event horizon. But if this were me, I'd be spam pinging mid. I'd tell Gangplank to stay top because he has TP, and then say everyone else mid. Or does he have TP?
4-1.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has TP. 4-1, basically.
Yeah, because if the top laner split pushes, then you need your top laner to be up there as well, so they don't get free towers. Unless you guys can force a fight real quick with the man advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your main objective is just to get everyone to group, because you know for a fact that your team's stronger right now. Because the last fight you guys did really well, and it was 4v5 for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you got chunked at the beginning. So like you guys were so far behind in that fight, but it didn't matter because you're so strong. Like your team comp's so strong. And when you know that you're that strong, you absolutely need to group and just use that advantage, abuse it.
Yeah. I was just trying to clear the wave.
So, okay, gameplay left top. Alright. It's really important that you're using your pings to communicate, though. Because like I said, like if you want people to group mid, you need to spam ping, come mid. And don't just ping once or twice, because people won't pay attention to that. Make sure you're spam pinging.
Yeah.
And this way you can be in control of your teammates' actions at like 90% of the time. And you know, you can stop them from getting caught out, and you can get them to group when you guys want a team fight and stuff like that.
Was that a good bait?
I wasn't paying attention to what happened.
You just go back. Here, I'll tell you. I'm just get to it.
Yeah, baiting this late in the game is very dangerous, so you gotta be careful about that. Because if you get caught out, it could mean losing an inhibitor, or even losing the game, because they could get Baron off of it and just end. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm at it right now. Let's see. Oh, okay.
I'm at 25-12. Just tell me when to play it.
Alright, play it.
But it did work out, so. I knew that our win condition was going to be we have to get a man advantage fight, because I'm watching myself right now. I'm just dancing around everything he has. Is that we have to get a pick, or we have to fight 5v4 us advantage, you know?
No, you guys you guys have such a great team comp that you win fights straight up. As long as people don't get caught out by Vigar, like, you guys win fights straight up. Because you have Gangplank, who scales really well. You have Lux, who one-shots people. And then you have you. And you have, like, literally everyone on your team scales really well. Sion's, like, really tanky. He does quite a bit of damage. Cho'Gath's tanky. He does quite a bit of damage. And you one-shot people.
Oh, that freaking Cho'Gath, dude. You just press R on one of them on their tanks and one-shot them.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Whereas they have a lot of early game. They have Lucian, who's early game. They have Thresh, who's like early to mid game. And they have Darius, who gets kited easily and is more of an early to mid game champ. So you guys definitely outscale them. You more than likely win 5v5s as long as you're not really far behind. And you guys are 4k gold down, which is a lot, but I don't think it's significant enough. Like, because the gold spread out between 5 people. So I don't think it's significant enough to, like, matter in fights.
I did realize that, like, we have really good CC. Like, my stun, if Lux stuns, I can chain CC. Cho'Gath can silence, knock up, and then, who is it? Sion, he has ulti and knock up, and then, even though Gangplank doesn't have, like, a stun or something, he has slows that, like, do a lot of damage. So, that's why I was thinking we need a pick, you know, because we have such a good pick potential with my ulti, with Sion ulti, with Gangplank ulti slow, with Cho'Gath, you know, etc. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, a pick would be good too. A pick's like a guarantee win, but I'm pretty sure you guys would win 5v5s. If it was ever 5v5.
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't have everyone here, and the last time you guys actually did really well 4v5, and I know I said that a lot, but it just goes to show how strong you guys are, like, even when you're this far behind.
Yeah.
But here we didn't have someone on our team and everyone got cut out. And you need to be aware of that. Like, whenever they're grouped mid and we have one guy that's in base or something, you have to back off yourself and then tell your teammates to back off.
And wait for that person, because if you don't have a numbers, like, even, if they have a numbers advantage, they're just going to wipe you. Yeah. Unless they fuck it up.
Even if they're behind, a majority of the time they're going to win fights with a man advantage. So you need to make sure that like you're either even or you have the man advantage whenever you're taking fights.
Yeah.
And that's also why communication is important. If your teammates are overextending, once again we can ping them, tell them to back off.
I'm surprised that this turret is still up. But
oh, you actually stole that.
Yeah. Right here, I was like, shit. If I walk into that stun, I may get shit on.
Yeah.
We did get a pick here.
Yeah, that was a nice ult. Oh, wait, he actually got away.
I forgot we don't get that pick.
Cho'Gath missed everything instead of block.
I'm like, yeah, we got a pick, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, we didn't.
Oh wow.
Holy shit. It just sucks that we lost our tank.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that mid is like the main priority for me to be at because the minions are pushing in and GP has enough wave clear to keep top pressured. But I also was looking at bot lane, just like getting scared that it'd push up, you know. So
well, you don't need to worry about bot lane because even if it pushes into tower, like your tower's just gonna clear it. So it's not really that big of a deal unless it's a massive wave. So what you should be doing here is get 4 people to group mid and once again get Gangplank top. And that way, even if they all group top, like Gangplank can clear. But more importantly, you guys are able to push out that wave. If you guys don't push or keep pressure on that wave, then it's gonna push into your Nexus and you're gonna lose other towers. Well, even if it doesn't get damage off, you're gonna lose other towers around the map. Just because your minions are pushing in and you have to kill the minions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like this butterfly effect. So I would have told GP once again, go top here and then 4 mid, and just spam it until everyone listens. That's very well played by Lux there. She dodged the hook and then flashed instantly. That was nice.
Yeah. The good thing about Lucidity Boots is that with the mastery, it gives you a 225-second cooldown on flash, so I have it up, 75 seconds earlier. So that actually made a pretty good difference for me.
Wait,
like I had it up more frequently.
Sorry, what was that?
Like the Lucidity Boots with the mastery that takes your makes your summoner spells lower on CD. That made a huge difference too, because I had it up more often.
Yeah. Yeah, 75. I don't know about 75. That sounds like a lot. It might be.
No, it is.
I don't know.
It is
might
on Flash. On Flash.
Oh, on Flash. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 225. Heal is 180, so it's up every 3 minutes.
I thought you were talking about your ult.
No.
Because the more time it has, the more time it takes off. So if your ult's only like 100 seconds, then taking 75 seconds off of that's like crazy.
Yeah, you can just keep like ulting every other fight.
Yeah.
You can keep fighting.
Like every other like.
It's like Earth.
I don't know. That's freaking nuts. Or that would be nuts.
This fight, we shouldn't have gone like for the the Drake. Try to steal it. I backed to get static shiv, as you can see. Yeah. So with the two zeal items, if I hit a crit, I just stacked with my warlords, I fucking haul ass.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But sorry, what were you saying?
Like I get 574 movement speed from a crit, so that's really good for me, at least. Yeah,
it gives you, kind of makes up for your mobility issues a little bit.
Yeah, like I was legit doing the, the home guards, like how he's like sprinting and like striding. That's how fast I was getting. Nice. Like 600 movement speed. So that's pretty nice. But what were you saying?
But with the team fight there, you either need to be in it or tell your team to back off. Like, it's really important you do that, because if they would have gotten caught there, it wouldn't have like directly been your fault, but you could have considered it your fault because you recalled and you went to Fountain and you didn't tell them to back off. And you guys would have lost the game for that. If they all died there, or if like 2 or 3 people died, that would have been game. So when your team's grouped late game, you need to either be with them or tell them to just back off until you get up there.
Was that a good flash from the Darius hook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, pause it. You can criticize me for this, but I'm the one pinging Baron. It's not to go for a desperate play, just to go for Baron. It's like if we start it and make them come up, we can turn on them and potentially probably win a fight, and then get the Baron. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, Baron baiting. You really need to communicate with you. Like, you need to tell your team that. That's not something you can really ping. You want to you have to tell them that.
I was telling them, like, I was pinging it, and then I was telling them start it, but then turn when they come, like instantly turn. Don't even hit the Baron anymore. Just turn, and then fight. But we can watch it here. You can play it now.
But even baiting here is pretty risky because I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the tanks have to tank the Baron, and then the squishies have their backs to the enemy team. Whenever I bait Baron, we don't even do damage to it. We'll just like clear the pit of wards and then sit in the pit and ward around it. So whenever they come up to check if we're at Baron, then we just jump on them. That way we don't take any damage or anything like that.
I thought we were all running up to the top lane, you know, but then Cho'Gath, he split off into go kill the Veigar, and then the Scion, you know, he ulted, so
yeah.
And me, GP, and Lux were just left to die. Well, I wasn't left to die. I just got like, you know, Lucian he's better close range than me, so he just shit on me. And you know, everyone's just like, oh, good call and stuff, and I was like, just brush it off, bad call.
Yeah.
Ignore them.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, brush their, you know, whatever ignorance off and stuff.
Yeah, you have to be careful about
Baron baits.
Well, not just Baron, like risky calls in general. This late into the game, unless you're already behind and you're making desperate plays. But if you're not, like if it's even or you're ahead and you're making risks like this, it's not even worth it. Like even like in lane and stuff like that, you only want to take fights that you know you have an advantage in.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like it's just not even worth taking any other fights.
Yeah. I don't know how this fight goes.
Should go pretty good for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a kill.
Yeah, Veigar is bot, and your tanks were tanking everything.
That's how the fights should always be.
Yeah. And they stayed really healthy.
I just did a 1600 crit. That's how much damage I do, even though I'm this behind.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Good thing you did say to get Jhin. It's like, you were right. Like, even if you're behind, you'll still do shit tons. Like, you can one-shot someone still.
Yeah.
It's just like with Jhin, you have to take the slights a little slow. You can't just like, you know, go all in, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to reload and stuff. And I was just thinking, like, with Xayah though, she can have runons and stuff and do multiple damage at once in her W and stuff and her ulti and all that. But then you gave a good point. Like, once she's behind, she's useless until like late game or something. So, but Jhin, he's always good.
Zyra has a bit of micromanaging to do too. I think she's a pretty easy champ, but a lot of people, I don't know. I guess you have to like micromanage where your feathers are.
Yeah. Oh man, this fight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This looked good for you guys, but then your positioning like changed really weird.
Yeah.
You guys still won. Oh wait, did you? Oh no, you just
Warwick
lost.
and Lucian. We got the shutdown on him.
Ooh, if you would have attacked him there instead of trying to run away, you would have killed him. You would have killed Darius.
Darius? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm building into Youmu's and I'm like, wait, no, I have to get QSS. They have so much CC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't even get Youmu's. I get, like, Cleaver, honestly. Because this late in the game... Well, yeah, it gives you survivability, but you also want Pen over Lethality. Lethality is only good against squishies, because Lethality translates to armor. Like, if you have 10 Lethality, then it pretty much takes away 10 armor. So it's only good against squishies in that regard, and then armor pen is percentage based. So if they have 400 armor, then and you have 20% armor pen, then you take away 20% of their armor. So late game, we always want armor pen when it's like when they have a tanky team like this. Just so we do more damage to them. If you're gonna go Lethality, you want to go Lethality early.
I saw they got Inferno. I was like, all right, guys, we gotta wait the 2.5 minutes out. Because if we fight, we're gonna lose because of the burn. unless we get a pick, of course. But
Yeah.
what? There's like a minute left in the game or something. Yeah, there's like a minute left. Holy shit! There's so many mistakes in this game for me. Good thing I chose this game.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. What is the throw?
Like you said, it's better to go over games that you do terrible in. You know?
Yeah, because you make a lot more mistakes. Whereas, if you do good in a game, you might have not made a mistake that you normally make. Or you're not put in a scenario where you normally need help. Like, if your team does really well compared to where your team's doing really bad and you have to carry them, or you want to know what to do, you know.
No,
you
right here, it's completely. Oh my! Pause it. Just press pause. Okay. This was a game-changing fight, and right here, I screwed up so hard on my key management. I use 4 and 2 as my keys the most. I use because like 2 is like my actually most comfortable, and I had QSS on 2, and when I got stunned there, I was spamming 4. I wasn't spamming 2.
Sucks.
Dude, when I died, I was like,
I think you actually had QSS on your 4 here. Or is this not?
Yeah, I did. I did. I was spamming. No, I had it on 2. It wasn't.
Oh.
It doesn't like show whatever.
Okay.
I was spamming 4, and then I realized it was on 2, and I pressed 2, and then I died. I was like, face palm. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Game-breaking fight, and we lose the game because I just one key difference.
But besides your QSS mistake, what do you think? What else do you think you did wrong there?
I was up too far. I walked right into the stun.
Exactly. Like positioning, I know I've said this like a billion times, but positioning in Jhin is so important. You can't be playing that far up. So that was a mistake, and then the QSS was a mistake. But the thing is, if you just position better, you won't even have had to worry about QSS.
But in that situation, I screwed it up.
Yeah.
Completely.
And I assume that's the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the end of the game. Cho'Gath can't hold it by himself.
Yeah.
So. We can exit the game. What do you think I did good that game? There's probably not much, but what do you think I did do good that game?
I wasn't really paying attention to what you did good. I was just focusing on your mistakes.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I obviously did ass that game.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's hard to say you did good because your KDA didn't reflect that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're bad or anything like that, but that happens to everyone. Like everyone has bad games, so don't feel bad about that. But
I wasn't talking about my KDA. I was talking about decisions and stuff, like good decisions and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying like, did I do good? Obviously not. 3 and 10 is pretty shit. So it's not that good. Well, I was just asking, like, what do you think I did good?
Yeah, I think you. I don't know. You had. I don't know. You had like some good plays off and on. Like there's, I don't know, when you decided to flash, like that was a nice reaction or prediction or whatever that was when you flashed Darius's grab, and the time you baited Warwick, like that was nice, but
it was risky.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's just so like.
There's not much. It was like all mistakes.
Basically. I was paying attention. I wasn't even paying attention to what you did good. Honestly, I was just like looking at mistakes. Because that's what I'm supposed to focus on. Like that's what helps you improve the most. So that's the only thing I look at.
Yeah.
But do you want to go over? I wasn't sure. You said this is your friend's account, right? So does he not have normal rooms and stuff?
This is my main account.
But Sleepless Shaiko is?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is Sky? The...
No, remember I got banned on Scott H52?
Oh, wait, did you really? Did you tell me that?
Yeah, I told you. You're like, you did something wrong. I'm like, I did. I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That account's gone.
I remember that, yeah.
And then I added you on Scott PvP. That was my second account, but then my friend said, "Hey, you want this account? I don't need it." And I'm like, "Sure." He gave it to me for free. Like it has a couple skins too on it and everything. So and it has some champions. So
Nice.
I took it. And it's like where I was at on my other account. Like I was silver 1. I mean, I ended at silver 2, but I was basically silver 1 gold area. So it's nice to have that. But you know, just because you change accounts doesn't mean you're gonna get better or anything.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all about you. Like you hear those people that are like my fucking mouse or my fucking keyboard and stuff or something. They're like my fucking PC sucks dick. Unless you have like a 19 and a 90 computer and you're playing League, then that's one thing. But if you have like a decent computer and stuff, then and your mouse and keyboard and monitor work fine, then there's no excuses other than that you're just doing shit wrong every game.
Maybe in like well, I don't even think platinum you really need mechanics. Maybe diamond and above. Because like I said, you can get to diamond with just game sense. But after that point, obviously like it's important to have high FPS and good mechanics because
people have that stuff.
Yeah, people have that and fights are gonna be a lot closer.
Yeah. Like my friend, I don't know, I keep telling you stories about my friends, but it's just funny. He's like, yeah, I'm on the Dell. I'm like, oh, what are you on there for? He's like, so I can have League in my room. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna play on the Mac anymore? He's like, no. And then I'm like, what about your brother's MSI? He's like, my brother, he should have just, because he got it from prom, like a whatever it is, a giveaway, and it was like a raffle, and he won it. And he's like, he should have refunded that thing once he could to get something else, because that thing is just, it's bad. I'm like, why is it bad? He's like, because when they're like team fighting, it goes down to like 14 FPS, because like there's so much rendering involved. And I'm like, oh, I got you. I'm like, how's the Dell run? He's like, it's fine. It runs the game fine. But he used to be like, this this fucking keyboard sucks dick. You know those little Mac keyboards, those shitty ones?
Yeah.
He used to use one of those, and then I got my new keyboard, and so I gave him my old one. It's just a regular Logitech one, I got mine for Christmas, but it I mean, a pro player could use that Mac keyboard and still get to diamond, or out of bronze and silver and stuff. It just it's the person. It's not the game or your equipment or whatever.
Yeah. Up until a certain point, like, there's honestly no excuses. Unless you're, like you said, unless you're getting, like, really bad, like 1 FPS or something like that. But
or your internet's just shitty.
Yeah. Unless it's something, like, really serious, it's not that big of a deal. It's more of the person making mistakes. And it's funny, like, on the same note, a lot of people say that
you do better because you have a better PC.
Well, no, not that. Well, I mean, I've heard that a few times, I guess, but I've heard a lot of people say that they want to make new accounts and just do their placements and try to get a higher rank with the LP gains or whatever. I'm like, well, like the elo system works. It works really well. So you're more than likely not going to be in a elo for very long if you don't belong there. So like if you're playing like a silver 2 player, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna be either silver 1, silver 2, or silver 3. You're gonna be somewhere around there. So creating an account, like it's not gonna help you. You gotta figure out what you're doing wrong.
Because like your first placement games are the best, you know, because it's like it, it that's like I don't know how to say this. Like it stamps where you're gonna how your other placements are gonna be, right? Like for new seasons. Because I had someone, the people that did I tell you about my friend of mine boosting his brother?
No.
Okay, so before he boosted him, he they played his placements. He was bronze 5 the season before this season, right? So he has the 10 placements. He was bronze 5. And so he had they duoed together, and the one that's bronze 5, he's like pretty bad, but he thinks he's all good and stuff. There's those people. They think they're good. And the gold, his brother was gold like 3, so he went on a Smurf, played with him, and carried him, and they won 7 out of 3 games, and he still got bronze 5, and he said, "I'm done, I'm done." I'm like, what do you expect? You were bronze 5 last season. Doesn't matter if you go 10-0, you'll probably just get bronze 4 then. But
yeah.
He's still duoed. That's the thing. If you duo, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, I think duoing actually lowers your MMR, so.
It hires it, but it's inaccurate. It's not accurate at all. It's like, I look at my MMR every day. Like, I look at it every day. And it says, like, sometimes it'll say, it'll say silver 1 or something, and you're like, oh, nice, I'm silver 1, but I'm like bronze, and then you're like, it says maybe inaccurate because too many duo games, and you're like, oh. So it's inaccurate as hell, so it's not true, because MMR depends on solo queue, like solo, not duo, just so it depends on just being solo, playing solo, because the more you play solo and the more you win, and the more your MMR is going to go up, yada yada yada. You know, but and then he boosted him to my level. He boosted him to silver 5, and he thought he was so good. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess you're good, even though you got boosted. And he's like, no, I just wanted to do it for a friendly bet. I'm like, okay. And he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, first one to gold. He's like, all right. And then the highest he got was gold 3, and then he's dropped back down to silver 50 LP. And I got to silver 1, like 60 something LP, and then I got banned. And he's like, I won it because you got banned. And then on this account, I still got higher than him. I got silver 3, and he's still silver 5. And he's got boosted, you know? So it's just funny to me how he thinks he's so good, but really he belongs in bronze because he wants to get better, but he doesn't have. He's so lazy to not get better. You know, he's not getting. That's what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, they just make excuses.
That is literally D5. Like, people have such big egos that they think they're really good and they don't want to get better, or they don't want to put effort in to get better because they think they're already like some of the best. So they go around like flaunting, you know, their stuff, and then they end up like playing like a plat 5 or like whatever plat, like low plat or high gold players because they're not used to playing against people they're on elo.
Like that guy that was on your stream crap talking you.
Yeah, I completely
I remember that guy. And I was like, you're being so egotistical. I'm silver and you're diamond, but I know I could get better, and so you should be able to know you can get better. Like, seriously.
It's funny because even challenger players like still have lots to learn. Even challenger players, if you've ever watched LS, he actually coaches challenger players and challenger teams.
because he lives in Korea, because that's where like the best to get the best experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really good, like
Yeah.
a really good coach. It's
Yeah,
just
and like there's never a point where you can stop learning, honestly. Like in League, there's so much to learn about it. And people like no matter what rank you are, you just can't make excuses for not getting better. Like you can't say your team's why you lost or whatever, because even in Diamond, there's if you throw a challenger player in Diamond, he's gonna go on a win streak because Diamond players are trash.
to them, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
I mean, to low elo players, they're pretty good, but
yeah,
high elo players, they're pretty shit.
the only time you can maybe make excuses in your games is when you get to Diamond 1 or above. And that's when, you're going up against masters and challengers and mistakes are more important there. But even so, like usually there's a lot of stuff you can do, and there's not too much to complain about your team, because there's a lot of stuff that you could have worked on, or a lot of stuff you could have fixed instead.
Yeah. Like,
and the cool thing is, like, with pings, you can influence a lot of your team's decisions. Like, if they're gonna get caught, then you can ping them and stop them from getting caught. Or if they put themselves in a bad scenario, then you can ping them and stop them from, whatever. So there's so few excuses to, to not get better, to not climb. And of course, like, people will say, I go up against AFKs or whatever. Like, a lot of people cause me to lose that way, and it's like, you might get AFKs and you might get people that are toxic or whatever, or give up or intentional feed, but you're not gonna have, if you play 100 games, you're not gonna have 50 games like that. So what are you doing the rest of your games? You may have, and this would be this would be a really high number. You may have 10 games out of 100 where people troll. So what are you doing the other 90 games where you're not winning? Like,
yeah.
There's honestly just no excuse at all.
Yeah, exactly. And people just make excuses because, like, they're like, oh, my teammates are feeding.